Now, a lot of you guys already know that I canceled my WoW subscription some time ago, as BFA really put a bad taste in my mouth as an expansion. I stepped away from the game, spent a while checking out other MMOs like Elder Scrolls Online, Guild Wars 2, Final Fantasy, even playing some old school RuneScape while I've been waiting for Classic WoW's release. It's been a lot of fun playing these other MMOs with my online community, but then I heard the news, guys. I heard that Blizzard was making WoW free to play over the course of a few days, allowing people who stepped away from the game, like me, to re-experience Battle for Azeroth and to consider continuing their adventures in Azeroth. Well, I was curious about the state of the game, how things had progressed since last I had played it, and so you know what? I decided to give BFA a shot again. Now, these are all just my opinions, these are my thoughts, I'm not speaking for anybody but myself, but this is my story of playing Battle for Azeroth. When I first logged into the game, it was very nostalgic for me. I was seeing my characters that I hadn't played in quite a while, and it felt good. I logged into the world and I was greeted by this giant screen telling me about all the new features that the newest patch had introduced. It was the Adventurer's Guide, you know? Now specifically, the biggest thing that the Adventurer's Guide pointed out to me was the unlockable Kul Tirans. It was in big bold letters with fancy imagery, and I have to admit that the prospect of playing as the Kul Tirans did really entice me. I'd be a big old fat bumbling sailor man waltzing around the world singing Blow the Man Down, and it sounded like a lot of fun. So I decided that the first thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to focus on getting some Proudmoore reputation in order to unlock these guys. Now, I was revered with the Proudmoores, I discovered, and all I needed was just 21,000 rep points to get exalted. Oh, yeah, I forgot this feeling. So with the need to get reputation, I decided to do some world quests because, hey, it's easy. I ran out into the world of Kul Tiras, I started knocking down some eagles from the sky using a rope, I jumped a few fences on a horse, and well, it was world quests. Nothing really new for me there, but I do admit that as I was doing the world quests, I started to get this inkling in the back of my mind. And I didn't know what it was, but, well, I'll talk about that later. Let's just continue with the story. After finishing all the world quests in the zone that I was in, I decided I wanted to check out the new updates to Warsong Gulch and Arathi Basin. The battlegrounds were graphically reworked. Now, luckily for me, there was a new brawl that took place in Arathi Basin, one where you fought against AI NPCs for victory. Now, I queued up with this with a few people from my Twitch community. I entered into the battleground, and I had a lot of fun. A beaver! Wow, of course a beaver is at the lumber mill. Let's look over here. Now, granted, I only had fun because the AI were just so easy to kill at times as Dublin, my paladin, but with my ego happily stroked by this brawl, I can say that I enjoyed it.
Greater Heal, don't think so. Interrupted. Get out of here, you fucking peanut butter looking bitch.
Now, after that, it was back to the world quest, guys. This time, however, I was determined to not only continuing to get reputation for the Proudmoores, but I also wanted reputation for the 7th Legion, whose rep grind I never bothered finishing and getting to Exalted before I quit the game. I figured I might as well also grind to unlock the Dark Iron Dwarf playable race while I'm online, so why not? I flew over to Vietnam all Full Metal Jacket style, and I started doing some world quests in the enemy zones with the community once again. And it was, well, as I mentioned before, they were world quests. Nothing special, but remember that inkling feeling that I mentioned before? Well, it came back. You see, as I was doing the world quests, as I was going through Vol'dun, I was thinking to myself, what are you doing? Here I was knocking down eagles with a rope, doing this dumb, stupid horse jumping event, killing randomly named NPCs and leading turtles to the water. And for what? To unlock a new playable race? And then what happens? What happens after you unlock that new playable race? Once they're unlocked, all you'd be doing is doing exactly what you're doing now. Eagle lassoing, horse jumping, killing NPCs I don't care about. leading more turtles to the water, all of which are just mundane, boring tasks that even the most dysfunctioning human being could do. But here I was expected to do this for who knows how many times to get a reputation to max so that I could do it all over again. And when I thought about that, I just didn't want to do it anymore. Because, you know, the thing is this, guys, before you crucify me in the comment section, I wouldn't mind this system. And in fact, I do support the idea of, you know, a new allied playable race being behind a rep grind. I'm fine with that. But here's the problem. There's no social element to the world quests or to the rep grind. Maybe if it was me and my friends and we were grouping together to get this reputation, doing dungeons, doing whatever, like that would be great. But no. I mean, you could do that. You could group up with a big group of people and go running around Kulturas and getting Proudmoore reputation, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary at all because every world quest is pathetically easy to do. Why even waste your time getting a group together when you can just do this stuff in just as quick of a time without a group? And so I came to this really mind-blowing conclusion. World quests and rep grinds are boring. They're boring in BFA. And they could be fun if I was doing them with my friends or if they offered some kind of challenge to me as a player, but no friends are necessary. No player communication is needed, and no challenge is present. It's just boring, lazy game design. And I don't like that. And so, guys, I got bored. And I decided, you know what? I'm done with the world quests. Like, I don't care. And I decided I wanted to check out the updated Warsong Gulch battleground instead. There was a part of me that was tempted to do a WARFRONT or maybe an island expedition, but I had already been mindlessly killing NPCs during the world quests. So the last thing I wanted to do was kill more NPCs mindlessly that offered no challenge to me. At least with PvP, there was some element of concentration required. So I hopped into Warsong Gulch with the Twitch community. I admired the changes to the battleground, and hey man, looks frickin' awesome. And like with Arathi Basin, I had fun.
Nothing will save you, you disgusting hunter. Look at this. He doesn't even know what to do. He's so scared. Look at this. Slow him down. No, don't die. No. Okay.
We lost the battleground. I mean, we lost it bad, but I didn't care. I saw people raging in the battleground chat talking about, hey guys, go here, do this. I got my ass handed to me. I killed some people myself, which made me feel good. I did my best to protect my flag carrier while going after the EFC. It was great. After Warsong Gulch, guys, I also attempted the Trial of Style competition, which for the very first time, I won.
Our third place finisher is what's-her-face.
Oh! Oh! Yes! Oh my God! I told you I'd do it! But after that though, guys, it was time to indulge in the PvE side of BFA again. Now I discovered through the little adventure guide thing that since last playing, Blizzard had really buffed heroic and mythic dungeon item level rewards. So all the gear that I was wearing when I logged into the game, well now it was worse than the gear that you could get from a standard heroic. So I queued up for a heroic, I got into the dungeon, and you know it's funny. Here I am writing this script, and I don't even remember what dungeon it was that I did. I have to go rewatch my Twitch VOD to go figure it out. I don't remember.
We're doing great, friends. Let's keep it up. There we go. Shut the fuck up.
But anyway, I did the dungeon. I tried to be nice to the group. I tried to talk to some people, but the Shadow Priest told me to shut the fuck up. And after that, it was just DPSing in silence. There was no communication required, no thought, no strategy. I just was bored again. I got some upgrades to my gear though, and that was kind of cool, but I left the dungeon, and as I mentioned, I pretty much forgot about the experience almost instantly. And then after that, I just decided that, you know, hey, it's an MMORPG. What makes this game fun is the people, so let me just try to go talk to some people. Flew over to Stormwind, and I tried to engage with a few players. walked up to people, said hello, role players, non-role players alike, play on Argent Dawn EU, it's roleplay realm, you know, whatever. I asked them how they were doing, I introduced myself, I even offered to give some people a non-combat pet as a gift, and not a single person would talk to me. No one would talk to me. Now I understand, like, yeah, you know, the Twitch streamer, he's got like a couple people following him around, but even before that, no one would talk to me. No one would say a word. I had to go to Goldshire on Argent Dawn EU to find a person who was willing to talk to me. And the only person that was a godforsaken e-whore down in the basement. I got ignored and shunned by so many people except for this chick who took my big black whelpling. But whatever. And that was it really. Can't say I'm all that interested in the raid, nor did I want to bother to throw together a group. I don't know the tactics or anything, so I was done. I did a number of world quests and barely made any progress on that reputation bar. I did some PvP, I did a dungeon, tried to engage with the community a little bit, was going to ask what they thought of the game, yada yada yada, no one would talk to me. And all of this I did over the course of about 4 hours. And after 4 hours of playing WoW, I just didn't want to play anymore. There just wasn't any soul to the game. There was nothing that was keeping me invested. And so I logged off and I went back to playing Age of Empires 2, which is a really boss game, by the way. You should definitely play Age of Empires 2. It's fantastic. Hashtag not sponsored, but goddamn, Age of Empires 2 is great. So here are my concluding thoughts. If you're enjoying BFA with your friends, with your guild, with your family, whatever, dude, that's awesome. Like, I'm glad you're having a great time. I'm glad that you are still engaged in this world. But I truly feel like BFA has a lot of lazy game design in it. And after stepping away from the game and coming back to it, that's just all the more apparent to me. The game just revolves around dangling a meaningless metaphorical carrot in front of the player's face, aka the new allied races, and then making them do boring, repetitive, solo, rep grindy quests to get them. And if you're not doing that, you can do PvP. And hey man, PvP was fun. You could do some PvE, dungeons, whatever. Hey, I mean, there's not too much to it, but hey, it's all right too. And hey man, if you got a guild, go do your raiding. But for someone like me, who was just coming back to the game casually to check it out, see what it was like, there was just nothing there, man. Nothing was enticing about it. I remember back during the beta for BFA, I was having so much fun leveling up, exploring the new zones, doing the new dungeons, and so on. Go back in time in my YouTube channel, go watch those videos during the beta, man, I was pumped. But after the expansion came out and Endgame turned out to be as stale as it was, I just grew to not care very much for the expansion. Now these are all just my opinions, as mentioned at the beginning of the video, and I am eager to see what Blizzard brings to the table with future patches, but for now, I think I'm just going to continue my adventures elsewhere. I hope you liked the video though, guys. I apologize if it's a bit negative, but I'm just sharing my honest thoughts, man. It's what I do. So, guys, like the video if you want, dislike it if you want, you know, whatever. Leave a comment. I'll see you with my next project. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.